Hey guys, I am not Mrs. West today. I am Mrs. East. Mr. East. Yes, that's who I am today. So what we're going to talk about is our country. You guys know what it looks like. This is the United States of America. Woo! Great place to live. Lots of freedom. And so we know we have 50 states. We've been talking about 50 states. And this is what it looks like. There are 50 states. 48 of those states are connected. And then you have 2 that are not. You have Alaska way up north, which is really cold. And then you have Hawaii down south that is pretty warm and really nice all year round. So do you know what your state looks like? What about Kentucky? Where's Kentucky? Can anybody show me where Kentucky is? Yeah, right here. You can see Kentucky right there. Okay? So what is our capital? You know, every state has a capital. So what's Kentucky's capital? That would be Frankfort. And Frankfort is located sort of in the middle of the state right there. Okay? Does anybody know what the capital of the nation is? That's right. It's Washington, D.C. But it's not way over here in Washington State. It is here, right between Virginia and Maryland. They didn't want to make the country's capital in one state, so that one state didn't have too much power. So they put it in its own little section, and that's the reason it's called the District of Columbia, which is what D.C. stands for. So, when we're talking about the capital of our country, what can you see in Washington, D.C.? Well, one thing we can see is the White House. Have any of you ever seen this on TV before? Who lives here? That's right. The president. The president of the United States lives in the White House. Now, there's a little bit of controversy about who lived there first. Some sources will tell you that Thomas Jefferson was the first president to live in the White House. Now, I think we have discrepancies among sources, which means that there are problems with sources sometimes. That maybe some people didn't consider John Adams to be the first person to live there because he didn't live his whole presidency in the White House. Thomas Jefferson did. So, if you're talking first person to live there, John Adams is your man. He lived there first. He was the second president of the United States, and he was the first to live in the White House. But other places, and you'll see in a minute, will say Thomas Jefferson because he served his whole term. His whole time that he was president, he lived in the White House. So who lives there now? That's right, Barack Obama. He is our president today, and he lives there today. He's the 44th president of the United States. So there's been a lot, right? 44 presidents in the United States. Teachers, please pause the video and show the Washington, D.C. video. Guys, I hope you like it. So what did you think about our spies? Pretty cool, huh? Did you learn a lot about Washington, D.C.? That's great. So now let's talk about the Statue of Liberty. How many of you have seen the Statue of Liberty before? Yeah. We're talking about United States monuments. If you've ever seen this picture here, this is the Statue of Liberty. And here's a few facts about the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty was a special gift that was given to the United States by the country of France. France gave it to us as a friendship kind of thing. The statue is located on a small island off the coast of New York and New Jersey. The statue has been a symbol of freedom to Americans since it welcomed many immigrants on their way into Ellis Island. There are 354 steps inside the statue. There are 25 viewing windows up here at the top near the crown. And there's 7 rays of Liberty's crown. Symbolize the 7 seas and the 7 continents of the world. So there are 7 points on her crown that symbolize the 7 continents and the 7 seas. Teachers, please pause the video and show the Statue of Liberty tour. All right, I hope you got to see more of the Statue of Liberty and learned a little bit about it. Now let's talk about the Lincoln Memorial. Does anybody know or ever heard of Abraham Lincoln before? Who was Abraham Lincoln? Well, he was the 16th president of the United States, and he was actually president during the Civil War when our states were fighting against each other. So he's a pretty important guy. So teachers, please pause the video and talk about Abraham Lincoln and show his video from your email. All right, so another symbol that we're going to be talking about, and that's what we're talking about today, is American symbols. When anybody ever talks about symbols of America, a lot of people think about the White House, or they think about the Statue of Liberty. And they also think about this, the Liberty Bell. Now, the Liberty Bell is a huge bronze bell that symbolizes freedom in the United States of America. The bell is located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The bell first cracked. It cracked? Yeah. Look, there's a crack in the bell. Cracked during a test ringing. After cracking, the bell was recast twice. It rang to announce many important events in early American history, including presidential elections and deaths. But it's cracked. But it is a symbol. It is a symbol of the United States. All right. So, teachers, please pause the video and show the web page that has the Liberty Bell on it. All right, back again. So there are several websites that you can go to see different songs about U.S. history, all of those different things. You have a worksheet that you're going to complete that has to do with different symbols of the United States. And I hope you enjoyed it today. I'd like to say a special thank you to Mrs. East. Yeah, whatever. I'd like to say a special thank you for them being here today. And also, I'd like to say a special thank you to my son, Riley, for introducing me today. See you next time. Have a great day.